Now, from TV18, Lafayette's news leader, Heather Ritchie, Stacy Schooler, Angela Buckman with weather, and Clayton Duffy Sports. This is Lafayette Live, TV18 News, live at 6.
Good evening. A huge fire is ripping through cornfields just west of Monon in White County, threatening a number of homes and farm animals.
It broke out this afternoon, and firefighters from at least 5 departments are trying to get the flames out. Heidi Hemmett has just returned from the fire and joins us now from the newsroom. Heidi?
Thanks, Heather. Thanks, Stacy. The fire is under control as of a half an hour ago, but the fire started just before 4 o'clock this afternoon in a ditch near White County Road 300 South, southeast of Monon. It burned a reported 1,000 acres of corn and soybean fields, and 10 houses in the area had to be evacuated. Now, no one was hurt, but Monticello fireman Steve Fisher says one barn did go up in flames. But at this point, it looks like the houses are not in danger anymore. They did get the fire under control, and 5 area fire departments did respond to the fire, and no word yet on how it started, but it did start in a ditch. That's really all we know at this point, except for to say that the firefighters were just wrapping up when we left. They said that everything was under control, and the fire departments that were there said they were looking forward to getting home. Again, no one was injured, no homes were destroyed, and really all that happened was the corn and soybeans were badly damaged.
Everyone evacuated and safe at this point?
Yeah, there's no one in danger. Basically, they've got the fire about knocked down. I think it's just out in this center field, and that's about it.
Okay, so it is...
Okay, so, and again, the firefighters have wrapped up. They're leaving the scene at this point, and we'll have more information at maybe the cause of the fire tonight at 11. Back to you, Heather and Stacy.
Thanks, Heidi. After battling for more than a year, the legal guardians of 2 Puerto Rican boys have won the war waged against them. The State Department of Education handed down a ruling saying the Bashams need not pay tuition for Alex Cruz and Julio Oquendo to go to McCutcheon High School. The 2 boys live with Connie and John Basham in rural Tippecanoe County. The Tippecanoe School Corporation has been fighting to have the Bashams pay $2,300 in tuition for each boy to attend McCutcheon. The school corporation claims the boys should be living and going to school in Puerto Rico. But the Bashams fought the measure, saying the boys have an economic necessity to live here. Attorney for the Bashams, Richard Bovey, is elated with the decision, but angered the issue has drug on this long.
This has been a horrible waste of taxpayers' money. It's been money foolishly spent, in my opinion, by the local administration, TSC, to battle something that never should have been battled.
Superintendent Richard Wood declined to comment on the decision at this time. The school corporation has 15 days to appeal the decision with the State Board of Education.
And another battle today, the battle on the football field. The Boilers took on Ball State at Ross 8, and after 3 weeks of disappointment, walked away with a win. Corey Rogers got the Boilermakers off to a good start when he ran 5 yards for this touchdown. Purdue also made strides on defense. Derek Winston's 23-yard interception return gave Boilermaker fans plenty to cheer about. Clayton Duffy will have all the highlights and reaction live from Ross 8 a little later in sports.
Today's matchup between Purdue and Ball State brought more Boilermaker parents than normal to the campus. Why the increase in parent participation? It's Parents' Day. The signs were everywhere welcoming Mom and Pop to West Lafayette. It's a time for many parents to see a Purdue game for the first time with their student. The Koenigs spent the day with their freshman son, Mike. And keeping with her motherly instinct, Mrs. Koenig checked out her son's room for the very first time.
Well, I thought maybe it would look a little bit different from home, being that he had someone new living with him, but it looks much the same. It's still disorganized.
The Koenigs are participating in Parents' Day for the first time. Mike is their oldest child. Children are oftentimes fascinated by animals, especially horses. One group is using the fascination as motivation to improve physical, mental, and emotional handicaps in young people.
Okay, today we're having a CHAPS second annual Ride-a-thon, and it's our annual benefit for the CHAPS Therapeutic Riding Program.
Therapy, health, and education through children and horses as partners. The CHAPS program gives children with a variety of disabilities the chance to have fun while they work on their challenged areas.
In addition to the physical aspect that the horses provide, there is a bonding there with the horses, and the children love it. They love the horses, and so they may work harder while they're riding than if they were in a traditional clinical setting.
Today's Ride-a-thon is expected to raise close to $10,000 for the year-round program at Camp Tecumseh. 52 riders are trotting in their donations, with the largest single pledge sheet coming from one of the CHAPS kids.
Sean brought in by himself $2,635.
Wow!
He has been working very hard.
Haven't you? Yeah.
The CHAPS program is made possible through the combined efforts of Purdue University and a large group of volunteers. I'll say the smiles on these kids' faces are payment enough for their time. The CHAPS program is accepting members. If you have a child who would benefit from this program or you're interested in volunteering, contact the Breaking New Ground Resource Center at 494-6479.
Wow, what a neat program.
It really was, and a lot of fun today.
Very good. Well, next on Lafayette Live, a new edition of St. Joseph's College.
And looking for a good bargain that entertains as well. We'll show you where you can go for all the fun.
The world we live in does not slow down. There are always bills to pay, people to answer to, and deadlines to meet. But the stress stops here. Prepare yourself for the kind of relaxation you'll never want to be without. Feel the soothing, relaxing effects of warm, jetted water, and discover the well-being you'll get from a Sundance spa at Aquarius Pools and Spas. Right now, the stress is even easier to manage. It's the Fall Spa Clearance. Enjoy hot dog and Coke. Take advantage of 6 months same as cash in Lafayette's largest selection of quality spas. Stop the stress now at the clearance sale. Hurry, and sale ends Sunday.
First, there were 8 weeks. Plenty of time, you said. Then there were 5 weeks. No rush, you mused? Now there's less than 2 weeks. The Honda 95 clearance is almost over. Better hurry, you declared. The Honda 95 clearance, because timing is everything at your Honda dealer.
In Saskatchewan, in San Francisco, in Quebec and Albuquerque, in Connecticut, Calgary, Toronto, and Indiana. No matter where you go in North America, RE/MAX sales associates are doing what they do best, selling real estate, because that's all we do every day. RE/MAX, Indiana's leading real estate organization. Buying or selling, call RE/MAX first.
RE/MAX out in front.
Portions of Lafayette Live are sponsored by RE/MAX of Lafayette and by Subaru.
It started as a dream more than 20 years ago, but today that dream became a reality on the quiet campus of St. Joseph's College. Faculty and students celebrated their new $7 million building. Shalise DeVries reports.
Not much has changed on the quiet campus of St. Joseph's College in the past 80 years. But today, faculty, staff, and students gathered to celebrate the future with the dedication of the new Charles Bannett Core Education Center. President Albert Shannon says the new facility is one of the finest in the area.
Opening a $7 million core education center in honor of our previous president. 50,000 square feet, classrooms, auditoriums, high technology. Clearly something the students at the college deserve. Clearly commits St. Joe's to at least another 100 years of existence.
Sophomore Kathy Braun says the building will improve the environment on campus.
This will be good with the new technology to have a nice environment so I can pay attention to the teacher, hear the lecturer on good microphone equipment.
The building is named after former St. Joe's president Charles Bannett. He spent 22 years trying to make the building a reality, but now that it is, he credits the generosity of others.
I look at all the names. There are people like Mr. Crodel who put their money in this building, and I'm proud of them. They don't know it, but I pray for them every day.
In Rensselaer, Shalise DeVries, TV18 News.
Bookworms are crawling all over Tippecanoe County Public Library. That's because books are selling at bargain basement prices. Proceeds from the 3-day sale benefit the library. Most of the books are donated, but some are library discards. Each costs about $1. Sale chairperson Jane Rutledge says if you're willing to search through stacks, you'll find some great deals.
Come buy some books and support the library, join the friends, do the whole picture, and then come back tomorrow and keep buying.
The book sale continues tomorrow from 1 to 6, and on Monday, the remaining books will be sold for $1 a bag.
For the first time ever, there's a tropical storm with a name that starts with O. Tropical storm Opal formed late this morning in the Gulf of Mexico. It's the 15th named storm of this year's Atlantic hurricane season. The National Weather Service says never before have there been so many named storms that have made it to the O's. Slow-moving Opal with top winds of 45 miles per hour is now drifting to the west-northwest, about 50 miles off the Mexican coast. It could very well threaten Louisiana and Texas.
Well, luckily, there aren't too many tropical storms headed our way.
That's right. But our hot temperatures could be taking a dive. Right, Angela?
That's right. It looks like we're in store for a little bit of a change temperature-wise. It sure didn't feel like it this afternoon, with highs topping out in the 80s across the state, 83 here in Lafayette. Just how much cooler will the temperatures be tomorrow afternoon? Your forecast is next.
Around here, people drive Ford trucks, like the tough, dependable F-150, with a standard driver's airbag, welded, bolted cargo box, double galvanized steel to prevent corrosion, and your choice of powerful, economical, and durable engines. No wonder F-150's been the best-selling truck 19 straight years. Ford F-150, another reason your Indiana Ford dealer's the one. Your Indiana Ford dealer's the one.
Minute Maid or Meyer brand. Ragu or Meyer. Cool or Meyer. Nabisco or Meyer. Del Monte or Meyer. You won't taste the difference either. For quality and selection in the bargain, buy Meyer brand. Save on Meyer brand canned vegetables, no salt added or regular, 4 for $1. And 15-ounce cans of Meyer meatless pasta, just 29 cents each.
You're online. You're linked up. You're surfing the net, but are you really connected? Rick Oliver is. The Chamber is the key to opportunity for Haley's Lock, Safe, and Key.
Don't pay your membership dues, then just sit back and wait. The only way to make the Chamber work for you and your business is to get involved.
You can too. Plug into the opportunity by joining the Greater Lafayette Chamber of Commerce. Your chamber works. Get connected.
Well, I went out to the big chili cook-off today, and the weather was absolutely perfect.
It was great. I have a feeling the fans were in short sleeves and shorts, and the players were probably very hot down there on the football field.
Absolutely.
Running around.
Probably right.
But I think Clayton has some good news for us later in sports in just a few minutes. Outside right now, though, the sun continues to shine across Lafayette, and we are still in the 80s. In fact, 82 degrees currently. Relative humidity still very low for this afternoon, 37%. Winds from the south at 21, gusting to 29 miles an hour. Barometer is falling, and no precipitation for this afternoon. Well, our high temperature topped out at 83 degrees after our morning low of 62. The normals for today, 72 and 48, and that record high of 96 set back in 1953. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:44 and sunset at 6:30. Well, this is the 4th day in a row that our temperatures have been above 80 degrees, and we can basically thank high pressure for that, giving us lots of sunshine and those warm southerly winds. Our winds this afternoon were a little on the gusty side, in fact, gusting well over 30 miles an hour at times this afternoon. Those gusty winds are occurring just ahead of this area of low pressure and its associated cold front. One other weather feature that we're watching this weekend and into early next week is Tropical Storm Opal. You can barely see it on the bottom of our map, but it is just north of the Yucatan Peninsula, drifting to the west at very slowly, but its gusty winds are up at 55 miles an hour. And as it continues to move into the Gulf of Mexico, it will threaten the northern Gulf Coast states by early next week. For us, though, the main concern is this area of low pressure and the cold front. It's going to continue to push to the east tonight, and it is triggering some shower and thunderstorm activity. This will bring us a chance for some showers late tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Here's our forecast for tonight. Increasing clouds with a chance of showers. Our low dropping down to 63 degrees. Winds still gusty from the south, 10 to 15 miles an hour. For tomorrow, we'll see a chance of showers mainly in the morning, but the day will be mostly cloudy and it will be cooler, with our high topping out at only 75 degrees. And that extended outlook calls for sunshine on Monday, a great day to start the work week ahead, but we'll also see another cold front make its way into the region Tuesday and Wednesday, bringing us a chance for some showers and thunderstorms.
All right, thanks, Angela. Thanks, Angela. Well, lots of action out at Purdue. Clayton Duffy is standing by live at Ross-Ade Stadium to fill us in. Clayton?
Thank you. Angela brings the great weather, and the Boilermakers bring home a big win. We'll have highlights from the Ball State game, plus results from the girls' state golf finals, and some action from the tennis sectional as well. Come on back.
Out in the heartland, there's a place we all know. Around dinner time, folks wanna go. Bob Evans.
Our new Homestead Harvest menu, brand new dinners.
Bob Evans.
Bob Evans smoked sausage dinner, and a big favorite, stuffed peppers.
You won't go hungry at Bob Evans. Won't go broke either.
Come on in and stay for a while. Bob Evans at dinner time.
If you never get a yeast infection, you're lucky. But if you do, you're lucky there's an effective cure like Myselect 7. My doctor says it has the same prescription strength medicine as Gynolotrimine, and it costs less. So my choice, my cure, is Myselect.
Cox Cable. Every day, what's my choice after another?
Cox Cable is smart TV that enlightens and entertains. Connection is $9.95 when you order HBO, Showtime, or Music Choice. Plus, we'll donate $5 to your local library. Cox Cable, quality you can count on from Cox Communications.
We're the difference you can see. I know we're there.
If you get a kick out of action,
You got to kick a little and be tough. You got to let them know you've had enough. Remember that unless you want to finish last,
Just got no style, Walker.
you got to kick a little.
so I've been told, you'll get a real kick out of Chuck Norris Saturday nights.
You are definitely getting better at this.
So just kick back and check out Chuck Norris as Walker, Texas Ranger, only on CBS.
Everything you want to know. All the answers you're looking for. It's right at your fingertips. Call Interactive 18.
Weeknights at 7 on TV 18.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Ross-Ade Stadium. I'm Clayton Duffy, and we are live here at the old stadium. A couple hours ago, the Boilermakers and Ball State put on an awfully good show. Been a long time for Purdue. September 3rd, that was the last time they picked up a win. Let's go to the highlights and show all the action. The Cardinals and the Boilermakers from Ross-Ade Stadium pick up the highlights here. Early on, the Boilermakers running out. Been a long time since that West Virginia game with the loss to Notre Dame and the tie to Michigan State. Corey Rogers got the Boilermakers off to a good start when he got loose here for 35 yards down the sidelines, down to the Cardinal 36. A couple of plays later, Corey cashes in from 5 yards out. He had 10 rushes for 85 yards. It was 7-0 Purdue. 7-3 in the second. Derek Winston helping out the Purdue defense. Picks Brent Baldwin and returns it 23 yards for 6. It was his first career pick, and the Boilermakers were up 14-3. More Purdue defense. Look at this shot by Willie Burroughs. Oh, that's got to hurt. Baldwin goes to the ground. Bob O'Connor recovers the fumble. But the Boilermakers couldn't do anything with it, but they could right here with Purdue on special teams. Lee Johnson takes the kick, gets a great block from Jim Maciag. More help from Joe Hagens right there. Boom, get out of the way. 98 yards on the kickoff return. It's the first kickoff return for a TD since September 13th, 1986, when Rod Woodson did it. 21-6 at the half. Mike Allstott takes over in the second half, picks up a couple of records for consecutive 100-yard games and career touchdowns. And then the passing game gets going. Rick Trefsker hooks up with wideout Brian Alford, stretching the Boilermaker lead to 35-6. Plenty to get excited for the Boilermaker fans today. And the defense played well all day. Cheeky O'Keefer had a big day. Bob O'Connor with the sack there as the Cardinals were held to under 300 yards total offense. Ball State did get on the board, though, late in the ball game when Matt Kinsley connects with Ed Abernathy over in the corner of the end zone for a 16-yard touchdown. But the Boilermakers win it 35-13. And here's the record breaker, Mike Allstott.
breaking records from, considered, best running back ever to play here. And it's just a wonderful feeling, and it's even better when he's a part of, the running back corps now. He's here, to congratulate me and thank me on, breaking his records, and he's happy for me for doing that.
Actually, I was kind of mad at him. It took him a little too long. I figured he should have gone in the West Virginia game. But as I stated earlier, records are made to be broken, and Mike Allstott is a quality player, and he does the things that he has to do to get it to the end zone. And when you have a player of his caliber, I don't mind at all taking a backseat to Mike Allstott. And
so that's 30 rushing touchdown. That's beats Key's record of 29. Allstott had 22 carries, 127 yards. The Boilermakers improved to 2-1-1 and now face a huge game next Saturday at Minnesota when they take on the Gophers. Let's take out some other action in the Big Ten. Michigan and Miami of Ohio getting together in Ann Arbor. Right off the bat in the first, Chuck Winters with the 36-yard interception return for the Wolverines, and Michigan's up early, 7-0. They had no problem today with Miami of Ohio. Brian Greasy filling in for Dreisbach, who was injured. Greasy, a chip off the old fathers right there with a great pass to Mercury Hayes, a 31-yard TD pass, as Michigan goes on for a big win, 38-19. They were up 30-0 at that point. On to Columbus. For the Irish and the Buckeyes, Lou Holtz back on the sidelines and back wandering around like he always does. Randy Kinder in the second, a 3-yard TD run, and the Fighting Irish had an early lead at 7-0. And when things are going well, you go right back to the guy. Randy Kinder back up the middle. That's a 7-yard run. Notre Dame was up 17-7, but Ohio State came storming back. Bobby Hoying drops back and finds Demetrius Stanley, a 17-yard TD pass, as Ohio State was up 17 They were down 17-14, but they went on to win big. Check out the scores from the Big Ten. Michigan State by 4 over Boston College. Northwestern pounds Indiana 31-7. Other scores in the Big Ten. There's Iowa over New Mexico State. Ohio State won that game 45-6, and Arkansas State and Minnesota just underway. Some top 25 action. Taking to Nebraska for Nebraska and Washington State. The Cougars were up early 7-0 and feeling pretty good about things, but they couldn't stop Tommy Frazier. The quarterback gets loose right here for a nice touchdown run of 4 yards. Game was tied at 7-all, and more in the second quarter. Tommy says, well, if I can call my number once, I think I'll do it again. He goes around the end for a 20-yard run. It was 14-7 Nebraska at that point, and they go on to win it 35-21. On to Gainesville, Florida for the Gators. And some action with Mississippi State in the first quarter. Danny Werfel hits Ike Hilliard with a 13-yard TD pass. The Gators are up 14-0. More passing attack from Florida. Werfel hits Jacques Green, the 33-yard pass and catch for a score, 28-10. Let's check out the scores here real quick. Pick out your favorites that won it. Florida with a win over Mississippi. Other scores right here. We can check it out. Tennessee with a big win today over Oklahoma State. LSU and Southern Cal tie, and Kansas State gets a win. Let's check out some action from the tennis sectional. I can tell you that West Lafayette knocked off Lafayette Jeff today in tennis 5-0 in the sectional championship. We can pick up some of the highlights right here. Check it out, number 2 doubles. Kit Beakley and Mike Ha won 2-6, 6-love, and 6-4. And at number 2 singles, Mike LaHaye won 6-2 and 6-love. Let's tell you some action from the girls' state golf finals, and I can tell you some results here as I have. If I can hold on to the paper, Lafayette Jeff finished with a 376 today. They have qualified to move on to next Saturday's second round. Central Catholic, though, fired a 381 as a team. They will not move on. They had a great year, but they will not move on to the second round. Heather Fieger for West Lafayette had an 83. Ashley Lowry had an 82. Both of them have qualified as well. Purdue wins at 35-13. We'll have more news after this.
Log Cabin or Meyer brand, Kraft or Meyer, Starkist or Meyer, Del Monte or Meyer, Gold Medal or Meyer. You won't taste the difference either. For quality and selection in the bargain, buy Meyer brand. Meyer has over 2,400 different Meyer brand food choices. That's a lot of tasteful ways to save. Meyer brand. Why pay more?
guys are persistent.
Well, they're no match for the world's first sport utility wagon.
Oh, really?
All-wheel drive Subaru Outback's got the ground clearance of an Explorer. More headroom than a Cherokee. And rides smooth as any car.
Got any more of those tidbits?
What, like more stability in a turn than a Chevy Blazer?
Sure, that'll do.
That's my Subaru Outback.
The world's first sport utility wagon is made right here in Indiana. See your Subaru dealer today.
I trained my boy McNeely to go toe-to-toe with the champ, and he did for 89 seconds. He didn't back down from any combinations thrown at him, and he ain't backing down from this one.
There's a new stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. Not just cheese, but pepperoni baked right into the crust.
So good you'll eat it backwards. Show 'em, kid.
Oh, boy.
The new 1-2 combination cheese and pepperoni stuffed crust pizza.
Hey, McNeely, how many slices am I holding?
She says she hears voices, has visions. She claims that she can walk into a room full of strangers and in minutes deliver personal messages from your loved ones who are dead.
I'm aware of a lady who died of cancer.
Oh, yes, it was my mother.
She keeps tapping you on the shoulder.
Can she bridge the gap between the living and the dead?
I believe that what she's dealing with is demons.
You decide. Next Oprah.
Appetites for some warm chili increase when the colder weather comes. Today at Ross-Age Stadium, people of all ages competed to find out who makes the best chili here in Tippecanoe County. Chili, football, and fun go hand in hand. And today, Purdue fans got to enjoy more than just football. After the big win, they got to sample more than 30 different kinds of chili in the parking lot of Ross-Age Stadium. There was cactus chili, 16-cylinder chili, and the popular Witch's Brew chili.
I figure that it's hot, spicy, so why not go with the Witch's Brew? Make somebody happy.
The proceeds of this second annual chili cook-off benefit the Wabash Center's Children's Services. 29 cooks entered the contest. That includes both individuals and corporations.
They're competing for either an anything goes category or one where they prepared their recipe according to the Chili Appreciation Society International rules.
Both the celebrity judges and the public get to vote on their favorite chili.
Judges will be tasting their chilies, and it's a blind tasting test. They won't know who the cooks are. Also, the people who are here who are tasting each of the cooks' chilies are able to vote. They have a jar on each of the cooks' tables, and whoever gets the most money donated to them wins the People's Choice Award.
The Wabash Center hopes to raise more than $5,000 at today's chili cook-off. And boy, my mouth's still tingling from some of that chili, let me tell you.
That wraps things up for us tonight.
Be sure to tune in again tonight at 11 when we'll have more on that fire that was burning out of control near Monon.
See you then. Good night.